Moment of truth. Good morning. You know, y'all saw that video this morning, and I predicted Ohio State at the 4 spot, but I'm not going to lie. This really could go either way between Alabama and Ohio State at the 4 spot. I'm pretty confident in the Clemson 1, Oklahoma 2, Georgia 3. But it's going to be real interesting to see what this playoff committee does with Alabama and Ohio State at that 4 spot. And then hopefully after they announce it, they'll have some interviews with some of the people from the selection committee where they can try to explain their reasoning for doing whatever it is they decide to do with that 4 spot. But it's going to be wild to see what they do with that 4 spot. So yeah. So happy late birthday to Justin. God, I hope that's right. I keep forgetting to do this birthday wish for this guy. His birthday was yesterday. I really hope it's Justin. I'm just going to pretend it is. If it's not, then I'll have to do it again. But anyway, happy birthday, Justin. You're a damn good dog, sir. Go Dogs. 2017 SEC champs. Good morning. Yeah, for your birthday, you went ahead and got you an SEC title there. So that's amazing. Christmas came early for Uncle Lou. Got me an SEC title, too. So congratulations. And again, happy birthday, sir. All right, good morning. Good morning. The Dirty Governor is here. Gruden is coming. Not to Tennessee. He's not, or any other college team for that matter. You need to let that pipe dream go, sir. Good morning, Brody. Sean. Good morning. The Biscuit. Good morning. Philip. Good morning. What's up, Joe? Good morning. Oh, I got it on the wrong channel. I was watching the end of that Georgia game again. Glad somebody said something. Here we go. Let's see what they're going to do.
I'd certainly like to see this team get the opportunity to do it, and I think they deserve it. Amazing how important this playoff is.
So, what's up, Dustin, Corey, John, TJ Wise, good morning. Mr. Nye, James Ellis, DeAndre, good morning. How's everyone doing? Y'all share this video. Share this video on Twitter or Facebook or wherever you can, in case there's anybody that's out somewhere and not able to be watching this selection show at home. They can watch it on here. So it only takes about 5 seconds to share the video. Hit the share button there on YouTube and just click where you want to share it. Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Share this video. Y'all need to be sharing Uncle Lou videos all the time. I've never wanted to be one of these YouTubers that begs people to share their video and stuff, but y'all really should be sharing all of Uncle Lou's videos every time. But anyway, good morning. Oh, your dad. Good morning. Are you my dad? Dad, is that you? Good morning, Dad, I guess. I don't know. Morning, Big Dog. Mr. Brower, Brody, Brooks Long. Please, who just said Natrez Patrick arrested? Please tell me that's a joke. Please tell me that's a joke. What did he get arrested for this time? Weed again? If so, just kick him off the team. Just kick him off the team. I've had it with that. If that's true, I've had it with that guy. He's done. He can kick him off the team, and he can enroll at Auburn like every other deadbeat we kick off the team. If that's true, I'm sick of that now. That's absolutely ridiculous if that's true. And I'm tempted to end this video right now and just make a video about Natrez Patrick. Y'all, Jesus Christ, is this true? Natrez Patrick can go to the pit of misery if this is true. Please tell me this is not true. Y'all are making that up. I don't believe that. He learned his lesson. Jesus, marijuana again with him. He's got to go. If that, look, I'm done talking about that right now. I'm going to talk about this playoffs. Is all I'm going to say. If it's true, get him off the team. He's done. He doesn't appreciate shit if that's true, and he's an idiot. Jesus Christ! What a moron! If that's true. If it's true, I don't know. I can't believe the comment section on LouTube all the times. I'll have to check after this. But I'm done talking about that. Y'all done really pissed me off now. They actually have somebody in Los Angeles like Southern Cal who really has a chance to get in. I don't see it. I think Southern Cal will be 6th. But it's got Alabama and Ohio State are going to be 4 and 5, right? Y'all want me to turn the TV up? Can y'all hear it? Do you want me to turn it up, or would you rather leave it turned down, or what do y'all want? What do y'all want me to do? Good morning, everybody. What's up? Turn it up. Okay.
Baylor debate for 4 or 5 weeks, and at the end, Ohio State leapfrogged them. That got a little bit messy, but this is the first time I think we can honestly say that poor committee had to sit there. And we, just so you know, when we get together in August, we have an ESPN seminar. Part of that seminar is that Bill Hancock and the crew, they come into Connecticut and they sit down with us and we ask them a lot of tough questions and we try to learn the system.
I like Kirk Herbstreit less and less every damn year.
Is it about the most deserving teams, or is it about the best teams? And it's a debate that kind of goes around the room, and I don't know if there's ever any clarity in that discussion in August. And now it's right in front of them. They have to decipher between Ohio State, who you can make a case is more deserving on paper, or you can make a case that Alabama is better. And I can't imagine how that's gone last night, deep into the night, and then this morning.
Well, and how do you do it? You know, we got rid of the BCS because we did not want a formula. We didn't want numbers and equations and computers. And so we came up with this 13-person committee. We put coaches on it, the smartest minds in the world. And we say, go in a room and figure out the 4.
Clemson's not playing UGA. I don't understand all these Clemson fans in the comment section that keep saying they're going to murder UGA. I guess you guys have never watched football before, but you're not playing UGA. So you need to be worrying about whoever's about to be ranked number 4, and you can wait until January 2nd to start worrying about UGA. How about that, taters?
This is 1 year they're going to have to do their work.
Yeah, you mentioned we had some dust-ups and some squabbles.
What's up, Bling Bling?
I'm in those dust-ups and
a lot of the time.
Some of the time, I'm involved. And so in this year...
Arlen, you already know the Dogs won that SEC shit, buddy.
The Ohio State or Alabama getting into that 4th spot. We've eliminated the idea of a name brand getting in over a TCU, which happened in the first year. And so in this season, whoever they pick between Alabama or Ohio State, I don't know that there's a big squabble. It's that close. It's that narrow that whichever team they pick, why are you looking at me like that, Reese? I'm just saying whatever team they pick in this situation, you won't get a dust-up or a squabble out of me.
Maybe not out of you.
The masses.
How about it?
You know, I think we have to remind ourselves that, again, this is only the 4th year of the college football playoff, and I think what's so much fun for us and sometimes very frustrating and challenging for us is trying to predict what the committee is going to do, because every year...
Now, I like Jesse Palmer better than Herbstreit. Am I the only one? I know he played for Florida, so I'm probably supposed to hate him. But I actually like Jesse Palmer better than Herbstreit.
Last year we saw it with Ohio State. Didn't even win their own division. It got in the playoff. And this
How about Jake? Jake Fromm? Dude was a beast yesterday. Played out of his mind.
And also the first team to suffer a terrible loss against Iowa to 31 points. A good chance maybe something unprecedented happens again this year. It'll be fun to watch.
Ohio State's got a long list of that. They will eclipse their own record for the worst loss to get into the playoff if the Buckeyes are in fact chosen. Now, I want to give you the lay of the land here. We don't have the rankings yet. We're not holding out on you. As soon as we get them, and our graphics operator, Brandon, who for about 5-10 minutes is going to be the most powerful man in college football because he's going to know and we won't.
Does he have them yet?
He does not. That's what I just said.
Okay.
He does not have them. We don't have them yet. When we get them, he'll put them up. We'll make sure that you get them out a little later on this afternoon. We'll
Fromm's going to be Fromm's going to be a good one. Next 2 years, we'll be all set at the quarterback position for sure.
That's also a charge of the committee. So we're still awaiting the committee's final decision on the rankings. Who makes the college football playoff? There are reporters all over the place. Let's start.
Oh God, we got to wait till 12:30.
Teams who know they're in. Tom Rinaldi is at Clemson. Janine Edwards at Oklahoma. Maria Taylor is at Georgia. Tom, Clemson's a reigning champion. We'll start with you. What's it like there in Clemson? Pizza party has started. Tigers assuming that they're going to be number one.
Well, Reese, the menu is the same. It's just the number of portions that's changed. Do you remember a couple of years ago when 6,000 pizzas were ordered to feed an entire stadium full? Here it's players, family, and coaches and staff who have gathered about 200 pizzas. Not any anxiety, just excitement for a group that left Charlotte after 1 a.m., got in at around 3:30, fully expecting after that performance and the season's
Yeah, I think Clemson will be number one.
to be number one. As for who they take on, that doesn't really seem to consume this
Yeah,
group
if
right
Natrez
now.
got arrested for
They're proud of the
marijuana,
fact
then
that
just
they
kick him off
won
team,
their
be done with it. I've had it with that. So I'm done talking about
for
that.
Number one ranking. And
Justin
moving
Fields will
forward
be
to
good
see
too. I think
who
he'll
they're
play
gonna
some
face
next year.
in
He's
the
not going to
Sugar Bowl.
start, but I
That's
think
the
they'll have
story
some
of Clemson.
packages for Justin
For
Fields.
Oklahoma, we go to Janine Edwards. Janine?
Thank you, Tom. You know, after their 41-17 rout of TCU yesterday, the players said to me, the chemistry on this team right now is palpable. And it's not just on offense, which is easy to see, it's also on defense. The players say everything is clicking so well right now, they don't want to take time off. They wish their bowl game was next week. No watch parties here on campus in Norman, though, today, as the players will have the next 2 days off. And then they'll
I
be
think
doing,
Jacob Eason's going to
workouts and
transfer.
have class for the next week or so. The coaches are busy, though, working not on a game plan
morning.
yet, but on recruiting, many of them hitting the road.
I think
today
Easton transfers.
already.
A couple people
And
asking
Baker
about
Mayfield,
Easton.
Well, he hits
Easton.
the road today, too, going in a different direction. He heads to Springdale, Arkansas for the first of 6 award ceremonies over the next few weeks.
No, I don't think Easton's not going to Miami. I think Easton's going to either Michigan or the West Coast if he transfers.
And now let's head to
Morning,
Maria
big dog.
Taylor in Georgia.
Thanks, Janine. Well, it was definitely a quiet Sunday morning, but that's after a very raucous Saturday night.
Yeah, Justin Fields is coming in next year. I don't think he'll start, but I think we'll have some packages for him. Certain situations, I think he'll play.
Upwards of 300 fans that just wanted to come, show support, and cheer on the Bulldogs. Now today, Kirby Smart, he is in his office here in the football facility. He's already working on recruiting, and he will be watching to see what's the next step for his team. There's no planned player watch party, but Roquan Smith, the MVP of the SEC championship
Yeah,
game,
Swift is going to
said
be
it was a
really,
very
really good in the next
emotional
couple of
win
years,
against
too.
Auburn last night.
He's
And
exciting to watch.
still
He reminds me
sitting
of Barry
as the
Sanders.
SEC champions, Reese.
Maria SEC champions for the first time since 2005. Now,
Bama could jump over Georgia and be third. You're out of your damn mind, sir. Bama will be lucky if they get 4. Lucky. There's no way on earth they're going to be 1, 2, or 3. Joe, what is this? You got to be trolling. Nobody's actually that stupid.
Georgia, 2 or 3, probably going to the Rose Bowl, but a win, and they come back home to Atlanta where they just won the SEC championship. Now, those 3 schools know that they're going to be in the bracket. The other 3, not so much. Let's start with some of the teams that are sort of sitting on pins and needles right now. Ed Ashoff is covering USC. And Trojans have the best strength of schedule among these 3 teams.
Alabama fans just can't let it go, man. Look, Alabama's probably not getting in, okay? So all these fake pretend Alabama fans can... here's what I'll say. NASCAR and domestic violence are about to get a lot more popular because these Bama fans will jump ship.
That he's had in his 20 years of collegiate coaching.
My top 4 is Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, Ohio State.
Like they're a championship caliber team, but they knew the writing was on the wall going in to Saturday night. And really, Clay Helton's already getting started on recruiting. He had a big recruiting breakfast today, and he's hopping on a flight to get to Cincinnati later on. So I know that they want to be in the playoff, but the big thing for them is this was a huge...
You can make an argument for Georgia at 2, but it really doesn't matter whether you're 2 or 3 because 2 and 3 play each other. So you can make an argument for Georgia 2, but I really don't think it matters.
Remember, I'm sure everyone's aware of this, but they are
Good morning.
a spot in one of the New Year's Six Bowl, even if they aren't selected for the playoff. Quinn Kesnick is in Columbus, where Ohio State
Morning, Martin.
benefit of the doubt in 2014 and last year, and hoping that perhaps the same thing will happen this time around. Quinn, what's it like in Columbus?
Well, once again, Urban Meyer utilizing a low-key approach to Selection Sunday. The team arrived on campus this morning after 3:30.
Look, I'll make a video after this about Natrez Patrick, okay? Just forget it for now.
At 2:30, he's got some assistants who are already scoured about the country.
If this is true, he's an idiot, and I'll let him know that in a video after this is over.
Are about a half dozen equipment managers who are doing laundry. Last night after the Big Ten title game, Coach Meyer said, we deserved a shot based on his resume, 3 top 20 wins and a conference championship. But everywhere you turn, Reese, in town, there are question marks. This is a Columbus Dispatch. Was it enough? Everybody in Columbus holding their breath.
Gwen, that's a great way to put it, because in 2014, that's exactly what Ohio State did. They did more than enough. They beat Wisconsin in that championship game 59-0 last night. A much closer call, though it did seem that Ohio State was the better team. Meanwhile, sitting back and watching everything unfold and hoping that they had at least one game going away that would give them an opportunity to be selected was Alabama. Alabama's been in every playoff so far. Marty,
shout out to Brooks Long.
How would you describe the confidence level of the Crimson Tide about getting in the playoff this year, Marty?
Reese, I would say it's quietly optimistic. I spoke extensively with Coach Saban yesterday.
Mean Season wants to know what Miami should do for an offensive coordinator. Look, Mark Richt is calling the plays down there. I don't understand why you need an offensive coordinator. Miami fans were telling me all year, oh, that's why Richt was no good at Georgia the last 10 years, because he quit calling plays. Now that Mark Richt's calling plays again, they're unbeatable. So you got to live and die by the sword, sir.
A rivalry game on the road in a hostile environment in a game in which they just didn't play that well. He also noted the Florida State victory in the first game of the year when DeAndre Francois was healthy and the Florida State Seminoles were ranked 3rd in the country. That was a huge win. Now, again, the air here, cautiously optimistic. Players will tell you if the committee just gives them a chance, they will show the world that they belong. Reese?
Marty, we will find out in a bit. A reminder, if you're joining us, we don't have the rankings yet. When we do, we'll build them in the graphic. We'll reveal them. We will see them when you do. Here are the pros and cons for each of the 3 primary contenders for that one presumed available spot in the college football playoff. Alabama's the strongest FBS team according to the FPI, but they don't have a lot of big wins on their resume. Ohio State.
Arkansas wants to know if I think Roquan's coming back. No, I think he's gone. He's the best middle linebacker in college football. He'll be a top 10 pick for sure in the draft. I don't see him coming back. I wish we could. He's an absolute animal.
To Notre Dame, and they don't have great wins. So they almost have the worst parts of Alabama and Ohio State's resume. The thing that strikes me about this is that the arguments against putting all of these teams in far more compelling than the arguments for them. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, absolutely. And some of us have said it. I think you can kind of go either way here. I don't think there's one necessarily clear-cut winner between Ohio State and Alabama. In my opinion, I think Ohio State's going to be the team that gets in the top 4. I think resume is going to win the day. I think their wins against Wisconsin, Penn State, and Michigan State in comparison to what Alabama's done from a resume standpoint, their best win being LSU, and losses by Fresno State losing this weekend, also Auburn losing. I think that hurts their resume. I'm also not convinced that Alabama is one of the top 4 teams in the country. And I'm not convinced the committee believes so either. I think it was really telling last week when they dropped Alabama from 1 to number 5 out of the top 4 after they lost against Auburn. But the injuries they've had on defense, and really in the month of November, I'm not convinced, looking at Alabama, they're one of the 4 best teams.
I hear what you're saying, but if we're to a point to where Fresno State beats Boise State one week at home and then loses to them on the road, and that doesn't matter, I hope that's not a big part of the evaluation.
Reese Davis went to Alabama, so that's why he's on Bama's nuts like this.
Let's start with the most simple factor that people at home can get along with. One team has 1 loss in a Power 5 conference, and the other team has 2 losses. And everybody brings up Mercer. Well, if you look at Ohio State's schedule, what about UNLV? Mercer's had a better record the last 3 years in their schedule than UNLV has. So if we want to throw things out, we can all make arguments to fit our own points. I just think when you look at Alabama, top to bottom, consistency, start to finish, offense, defense, special teams, you've been able to count on them more throughout the season. Yeah, everybody's going to struggle. Have we always been able to count on Ohio State? What have we been saying all year long? Man, if J.T. Barrett just gets it, if he just gets it, we've been waiting.
I don't think Bama's getting in. I think it's going to be Ohio State at 4.
Lean toward Alabama being the 4th team. Nothing against Ohio State, and we're splitting hairs. I just think college football is made that every single Saturday matters. If we put Ohio State in number 4, you're basically telling America every Saturday it doesn't matter. Every Saturday doesn't matter in the most tradition-rich, passionate sport that we have, college football. I don't think that's a precedent we want to see.
I think Ohio State's getting in over Bama because Bama doesn't have any good wins. Bama's best win is probably LSU.
jump in here.
Even Mississippi State, Bama barely beat Mississippi State. They beat them by 7. Georgia and Auburn both beat Mississippi State by 30. I don't think the committee, Bama is obviously the third best team in the SEC, and I don't think the committee is going to put the third best team of a conference into the playoffs.
Wisconsin has 2 ranked wins in the Iowa Michigan teams.
Bama's just an average team this year, like I've been telling y'all all season long, and y'all wanted to laugh, especially the Bama fans. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm an idiot. Well, turns out Uncle Lou was right again.
Teams are so closely matched. Believe me, I don't like splitting hairs, but in this situation, you have to, and it has to go deeper than just one loss, because then you add in other teams that can get to that conversation. And Wisconsin has the same argument right now that Alabama has.
For me, I sat on College Game Day yesterday, and we were asked the same thing. This is before the championship games. And we talked about what-if scenarios, and I said if Ohio State was able to knock off
Wisconsin and Bama would probably be a good game. I don't know who would win that one. That would be a good game, though.
Go over Alabama. Then I watched, as I'm calling, the Clemson game that was over.
Georgia would get demolished by Clemson. Yeah, same people that said we'd get demolished yesterday by Auburn, said we'd get demolished by Notre Dame, said weid get demolished by Mississippi State, said we'd get demolished by Florida, said we'd lose to Kentucky, said we were going to lose to South Carolina. Yeah, I know.
Is one of the best 4 teams. And because of that, I think...
Like I said yesterday in the post-game video, y'all just keep hating on Georgia. Georgia will just keep winning. It's just that simple.
I would give Alabama the edge over Ohio State.
This is, I mean, you're trying to decide a championship, but best is nebulous because everybody believes the Big Ten's good, and it is really good.
It is.
But it is the only Power 5 conference without a non-conference win against a ranked team. Chris Fowler's with us while we're building.
I have an Instagram, but I don't use it that much. I think it's just Uncle Lou, though. If you search Uncle Lou on Instagram, you'll find it.
What do you think is the most compelling argument, in your judgment, for settling this dilemma, Alabama, Ohio State, or even potentially USC?
Well, Reese, first of all, unequivocally pleased to be with you from unequivocally beautiful Miami Beach. And that is the word of the weekend, because that's the language.
If you're watching and you're not subscribed, subscribe to Uncle Lou. Sports videos every day. College football, college basketball season starting now. Early signing day coming up in 2.5 weeks.
3, 4, 5 years ago when they built this
playoffs, bowl games,
Alabama unequivocally
rants, pointless, meaningless tirades.
I think they'd say Bama is clearly better. I think that Nick Saban is clear on that. You asked Dabo Swinney off the record which team is the easier opponent in the semifinal. I think he'd say the Ohio State team that they beat 31-0 a year ago. But will the committee, given political factors in this season, when the SEC, beyond the top 3 teams, has been a sea of mediocrity, and that's, I think, in large part.
Share this video so people can watch if they're not at home and can't watch the selection show. Y'all share it on Facebook or Twitter.
Lose a game. Auburn deserved to beat them, but this season we're seeing the Bama effect. They've been so dominant in the recruiting trail, developing players, winning on the field, and I think it's caused chaos among their rivals in the West Division. And so
I'm trying to figure out why the Clemson fans in the comment section are so mad. I don't get it.
And their rival from the East,
I mean, you guys had a pretty good year. Yeah, you crapped the bed against a terrible Syracuse team, but still, you won the mediocre ACC and you're in the college football playoff. I don't understand why Clemson taters are so mad in the comment section. I don't get it.
Politically, it's a big deal.
Running their mouth about Georgia, and they're not even playing Georgia. They're playing either Ohio State or Bama. So you're just wasting your energy and your time talking about UGA. You have to win a game before you get a chance to get beat by UGA. So concentrate on whoever's ranked 4th and don't worry about UGA. But it's good to know that Uncle Lou lives rent-free in your mind, and Georgia Bulldogs have bought and owned property inside your head. But yeah, keep up the good work, taters.
Really valued big-time wins. And if you look at Ohio State, according to the committee, remember the committee puts out these rankings, whether you think they're right or not. And I think you could look at a team like Penn State, and are they a great team with their best win being?
Oh, I appreciate that about Wild Wings, but I stayed home and watched the game yesterday.
You have to look at those rankings, and you have to look at Michigan State and the quality of wins. So I think the Ohio State will go that route. But Reese, the way I look at this is a little bit different. If I looked at who should be in, I would put Alabama in.
No, none of the rankings came out yet. They're releasing the rankings here in a few minutes.
In the playoffs. I look at last year, you look at Ohio State, it was 31.
Oregon better than Georgia. In track, maybe. In long distance running, that's it.
Up and down. I think linebacker play is very spotty, very iffy. I know what the Tide are going to bring to the table. I know
Clemson's not all that. Their campus is terrible, too.
And I think
Clemson is nothing but Auburn with a lake. That's it.
Team and should be the number 4 team.
The committee works very hard to just use this year. But you have to take into account that there is a human factor. The Big Ten hasn't scored a point in the college football playoff since Ohio State won the national championship in 2014, 2 straight shutouts. Heather Dinich is with us now. She's our college football playoff reporter. Heather, you've been down there following the selection committee.
Plot twist, Central Florida at 4. Wouldn't that be funny if they didn't put Bama or Ohio State in?
Until about 2:15 Eastern, following all
That'd be
the
hilarious.
championship games last night, and then they reconvened early this morning. The discussions about the top 4 were, quote, very...
Iowa is better than Georgia in wrestling. You are correct. I would agree with that.
The question is whether or not they changed their minds overnight.
All right, Heather, we'll find out in just a few minutes. Heather does such a great job covering the college football playoff selection committee throughout the year. All right, the bracket right now is blank. You guys remember last year when Chris Peterson got on, our graphics operator, and said he didn't work fast enough?
Yeah.
We might have Saban, Irvin, Clay.
All right, pointless commercial break. And then,
when we come back, we believe we'll have all the graphics ready and show you who's going to play for the national championship in the 4th.
I'm going to turn it down while they roll these commercials, though. Y'all just have to listen to me ramble and mumble incoherently for you. Yeah. This live stream of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee show is brought to you by LouTube. Subscribe to LouTube. Watch Uncle Lou videos every day like you're supposed to. Watching Uncle Lou will make you smarter and lower your cholesterol. Get you off of that Lipitor you've been taking, which is killing you from the inside out. LouTube, the best college sports channel on YouTube. Thank you.
Your famous trophy pose is my screensaver. Hashtag sweet talk. Hashtag sweet.
Herb's juice best side is his left side and his right. Hashtag sweet talk. Hashtag sweepstakes.
What's something nice about your rival with hashtag sweet talk? Hashtag sweet talk.
Let's see. What can we talk about? Why it's a commercial? Is there anybody that thinks Baker Mayfield is not going to win the Heisman? I don't see anybody else winning it. I think it's Baker Mayfield in a landslide. Who do y'all think the 3 that'll be invited to New York? I'll say Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley, and Bryce Love get invited to New York, but I think Baker Mayfield wins it in a landslide. Kelly Bryant? No. Who? Never heard of her. Some lady named Kelly Bryant. I don't know. Who is that? Never heard of Kelly Bryant. Don't know what lady that is. Don't know what lady you're talking about. LeVar Ball for Heisman? That's the best comment so far. Hey, is Carry-On Luggage still getting invited to New York for the Heisman ceremony? Asking for idiot Barner fans who don't understand football. Yeah, I feel confidence against Oklahoma, but of course, unless you're new here, you know I always feel confident. I mean, I'm 100% sure that Georgia is by far the best defense Oklahoma will have played this year. Oklahoma's played one defense in the top 50 this year, and that's TCU. And TCU's not that good of a defense either. So, do I think anybody could shut Oklahoma and Baker Mayfield down completely? No. But I do know that Georgia will be the best defense they've played, period. And it won't even be close. Duke better than Georgia? Only in lacrosse and basketball, that's it.
This is College Football Playoff Selection Show, presented by AT&T.
Tennessee third in the East? I don't know, maybe. They don't even have a coach, so I don't see how you can make that statement now when you don't even know what idiot's going to be coaching the Voltards next year. But I seriously doubt Tennessee finishes third next year no matter who the coach is. My guess right now next year is going to be Georgia 1, South Carolina 2, Maybe Florida 3, Kentucky 4, Tennessee 5. No, Missouri 5. Vanderbilt 6, Tennessee 7. Tennessee's going to be terrible again next year. They may actually win a conference game next year, though. Tennessee might actually win an SEC game next year. We'll see. All right, turning it back up.
It's a very difficult thing for this committee to come up with these.
Is that good? Can y'all hear that?
Because of the polarizing nature of the two teams, because of what has happened in the past. It's a difficult choice for them.
Well, and I think, I don't want to speak for everybody, but it seems like the consensus is we're anticipating Ohio State, we think. Is that correct? All of us think Ohio State will be there? But we're all saying that it'd be a strong statement if they put Alabama in there. We haven't talked about it. If they put Alabama in, you got Georgia in, you got 2.
How high is the suicide rate about to spike in the state of Alabama right now?
I keep talking about unprecedented. Talking about
Jamari Sawyer, Cade Mays, both, but I would rather have Sawyer.
Make everybody happy, or make it a little bit more.
Sawyer's a guard. We've got a couple of really good tackles waiting right now. We're good on tackles for the next year or two, but I would love to have a stud guard, and I think Sawyer could potentially be a 4-year starter.
It seems to, I don't want to put words in your mouth, you think they should be, you don't.
No, and the big thing is, I think Ohio State's the 4th best team in the country. I believe that. From all the film I've watched, with the balance they've had on offense and defense, watching the way their defense played against Wisconsin in the Big Ten title game, how dominant they are in the trenches, I believe, personally...
That's as much as the TV as I'm putting on the screen. YouTube has funny rules about showing live TV, and I don't want to get this channel shut down. So that's the best I can do.
College football playoff. In its senior season, as it were, you would think it would be a little more mature as we go along here in the 4th year of the playoff. Let's see who number 1 is. The number 1
Taters on top. We Taters.
And that'll put them in the Sugar Bowl.
Yep. And maybe they're not revealing yet. It's likely.
Yeah. But we would assume that'll put them in the Sugar Bowl. Which talking to Dabo a couple days ago about would you like to go out to the Rose Bowl to avoid potentially if Alabama were there at 4. He said no, it's closer for our fans. We don't want to have to deal with all that travel, so they would obviously prefer the Sugar Bowl.
That's a big deal.
Oklahoma or Georgia, number 2. Let's see.
Monday to Monday.
Probably Oklahoma.
Back have to get ready and go.
Especially in a situation where you might have 2 SEC teams in these rankings. Going to California for an SEC team now becomes an issue with the short rest.
I think there are 3 teams that really had an argument to make to be number 1. I think this is the right choice. Yeah. With their resume and who they beat, the eye test.
Exclamation point yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that, they lost at Syracuse, but they
all right, come on with it now.
Didn't play in the second half of the game. I think that's right that Clemson's number 1.
So, we're going to see all these teams, and all of them are really going to have big blemishes. Syracuse didn't win another game after it beat Clemson. Let's see who number 2 is. Just behind the Tigers and making the playoff.
Oklahoma.
Big 12 champion Oklahoma.
The Land Thieves.
The hottest team in America, and if their defense were
the cheaters and the Land Thieves. The Oklahoma Sooners.
Count on that defense. Baker Mayfield more than likely is going to win the Heisman Trophy. I think it's the one team that nobody wants to play based on what we've seen from that offense.
And how about Lincoln Riley in his first year as a head coach? Being able to take the Sooners to a 12-1 year.
And the defense mid-season was a huge concern. Not as concerned about this defense now. Got the first touchdown yesterday. Played with a lot more confidence. Now, they're not going to come in and shut people down the way a Clemson defense does, the way a Georgia defense does, but they are now no longer a handicap for Oklahoma moving forward.
Could make an argument that they're the most dangerous team in this playoff because of Baker Mayfield and the way they score points.
And they're peaking right now.
Yeah.
They're playing their best football right now. Although, of the 4 teams here that will make it, 3 play great defense. I think Oklahoma is the one that you wouldn't say necessarily is great, but they have played their best football in the last 4 games.
These are the top 2 teams, and I think it's interesting. Clemson at number 1, in my judgment, has the best position group in all of college football in their defensive front. Oklahoma has the best complete one side of the ball unit. Yeah. The Oklahoma offense is the most dominant in college football. Clemson 1. Oklahoma 2. Let's see who the Sooners will play in the national semifinal. We assume it's going.
Whoa, them doggies! Look at that, man. Dogs in the college football playoffs. I'm still having a hard time believing it. I'm not gonna lie. What a dream season for Georgia. Nobody picked Georgia to be in the Final Four this year. Georgia was picked to win the East by a lot of people. But nobody picked Georgia to win the SEC or make the college football playoffs. So, I mean, what a year.
He didn't recognize the Jake Fromm.
What a year for my Georgia Dogs.
Sweet, so smart to not go against the front four of Auburn in between the tackles, spread them out, go wide. They were very impressive yesterday.
Subscribe to Uncle Lou if you're not subscribed.
That helped in that game at a neutral site.
You'll be glad you did. Watch Uncle Lou every day like you're supposed to.
Now you can say we beat everybody we played this season. And from an IT standpoint, guys,
which fan base is about to have their hopes and dreams crushed?
Heck of a game. Oklahoma, Georgia. That'll be fun.
And the second consecutive year that we've had a freshman quarterback lead a team into the college football playoff. Jalen Hurts, now Jake Fromm. You're an 18-year-old kid out there, man. He practiced.
Jalen Hurts did that, and they came into the spring. They were talking about benching him.
Hey, you know, and how about this too? Lincoln Riley's made the comment. They didn't have much trouble scoring against SEC defense when they took on Auburn.
Here we go.
Oklahoma's seen nothing like the Georgia defense, and Georgia's seen nothing like the Oklahoma offense.
How much fun is that?
It's going to be.
Can we get a drum roll before number 4 comes out?
What we're going to do
Here
is
we go.
We're going to show you the comparison here. This is
Who's it going to be? I'm sticking with my prediction of Ohio State. Let's see.
USC clearly has a strength of schedule. For a reminder, strength of record. That's SOR at the top. That means how well you have fared against your schedule relative to how the average top 25 team should. FBI top 40, all fairly similar. Alabama's the only non-conference champion. This is your last shot at it. I'm going to ask it this way. Not what you predict. Who should be in that 4th spot?
I already said I think it should be Alabama.
Alabama.
Ohio State, better wins.
Ohio State. We got a split.
That's what we think we should.
Imagine the committee agrees to be the title.
Oh, come on. Quit jerking each other off and show the 4th team now. Jesus. Come on.
Alabama 4, Ohio State 5. So, we'll see. Number 4 and going to the playoff to face Clemson will be
Oh my God.
Alabama Crimson.
Hey, Ohio State. Where's the suck nuts? Where's the Buckeyes? Where's the suck nuts at? Hey, Ohio State. Hey, where's the Big Ten? I thought the Big Ten was the best conference in college football.
Go ahead and finish it. Is Wisconsin just on the outside? And that's how the
Urban Crier. Hey. I got a camera. I got a camera stationed in Urban Meyer's office. This is Urban Meyer right now. Oh my God. Louise, I'm coming to see you. This is the big one. Another fake heart attack. Oh my God. I got to fake retire again. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Oh baby Jesus and mother baby. Lord Jesus Christ. This is the big one. I got to quit. I got to fake retire again. I can't take it anymore. This is ridiculous. I got to retire and get out of Columbus. I don't want the SEC. I'm going back. No, I can't go back to the SEC. I can't beat Nick Saban. Can't go back there. I go to the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is garbage. Maybe I go to the Pac-12 and I can do something out there. Oh my God, I heard the West Coast is great for heart conditions.
You're a football man and you watch teams. There's no
Ohio State.
Against Alabama. He's like, if you know football, and those coaches...
Your season is over.
He's like, I wasn't saying it. He was saying it. It's a no-brainer.
Hey, where's all the Ohio State fans that live in the Uncle Lou comment section? Come on down. Where y'all at? Woo!
Best teams. I think we in the media try to figure out different ways to make it easy for people at home to come to that conclusion. We come up with all these different formulas, all these different numbers. Let's go back to the beginning what it's about. It's about
blood pressure.
We all sat up here before number 4 was revealed, and we said
blood pressure
is Alabama,
spiked right there for a second.
Politically and for other reasons, it was going to be Ohio
Anyway,
State.
thanks for watching. If the thing about Natrez Patrick is true, I'll make a video about that later today. If that's true, adios. See you later. And deuces, don't need you. If it's true, this will be his 3rd strike. 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out as far as Uncle Lou goes.
And maybe the committee has said that Alabama's going to get healthier at linebacker before they have to play a game. Because that is the only...
How about them dogs, though? Subscribe to Uncle Lou!
They didn't look good.